Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rochelle and I am doing something a little different today. This is inspired by some readers that I have followed, one in particular who I have been following since the beginning of my tarot journey. Her channel is Scripts Tarot. And what she will do is combine usually 3 or 4 decks and then create a spread and then tell the story and then pull more cards. I haven't combined decks, but I have pulled the cards and I will most likely pull some more, but I wanted to try to look at what the story is first and speak to that, and then I can pull more cards. One of the things I love about reading cards in general is how the story comes together and how the cards will reflect one another and will often emphasize a certain theme. And so I thought, why not just do it all at once in the beginning and then go from there if I feel like I need to. So let me start by putting some prosperity dust on the table, sprinkling it over the cards. Okay, one thing I didn't do that I love to start with, and I am going to do this now, is to pick a couple of angel cards. Obedience. We have an angel on a motorcycle. Could be a bicycle. At a stoplight. And we have adventure. Angel with a walking stick. This just came up in the reading yesterday. Okay, so I feel, okay, how do I even begin? Because with so many cards on the table, I'm like, I'm going to begin with where I started, which is with my Four Spirits Oracle, which comes with typos, which on my part is intentional. I don't think they intended that, whoever made this deck. But we have determined, tortoise spirit. I always makes me think tortoise. Tortoise spirit, fish spirit, bluebird spirit. We have determined, positive, and good news. So we have 2 cards with typos. So blessed by the typos. Determined, take things slow and steady and persevere to achieve your goals and reap rewards. So you are determined to be positive, and this could just be your general attitude or something specific that you are looking at. Ultimately, what I'm seeing here is you're going to be building something, creating something that is going to bring you, you could get a lot of attention for it, a lot of fanfare and accolades. But it starts with your attitude, and with this positive, it says maintain your freedom and independence. Good luck will slowly approach you goods. And so we have this good luck, and I always have to put luck in quotes because to me luck implies something random. This isn't random. This is you being very intentional about changing your attitude, right? And so from this, you're getting some kind of good news. Let this message of hope inspire you to keep going and lend your support to others. So, so there's something that is building, and what you are bringing to the world might be offering, providing some kind of hope to others. It's certainly something that is meaningful to you, and it is facilitating some kind of growth. I meant to look this up, how to say this correctly. One viewer said that I actually pronounced it. I was pretty close to being right. But I still don't know exactly. Quetzalcoatl. I think is how I ended up saying it. Anyway, Quetzalcoatl and the priestess of time. The time has come. The time to act is now. And so there's something about being determined to start taking action, taking steps. And this is helping to propel you into this positive attitude, because we have butterflies in gloom. After sadness, happiness and hope return. And this is a transformation that is happening within you. You're going to see evidence of it in your life, in your physical world. You are taking this positive attitude and you're leaning into it. You're feeling happy and hopeful again. You've gone through something difficult. Many of us have, but you're not letting it stop you. And we have Dragonfly Mermaid. You've attracted wonderful news, which is so interesting because this falls under good news. Yeah. There is, it's like you're bringing the good news, but then you're getting good news as well. It's like the more you serve, the more you give to others, the more they naturally want to give back. And this isn't true across the board, of course, but it's very common. You give a smile, more often than not, you're going to receive the smile back. You give a nice, genuine compliment to someone, you're going to get something back, you know? It's like, yeah. So whatever you're doing, there's an exchange happening. And so I talked about growth, right? So we have growth in plants, we have depth and lake, and we have atoms and building. And so I feel like this is where I feel like you're growing, you're transforming, your attitude is changing. And this is due to you doing some kind of deep dive within yourself, within your emotions. I think it feels like you're becoming more comfortable with doing that deep dive. Say you're creating some kind of meditative practice, or you're spending time contemplating or in prayer, or you're doing something where you're allowing yourself to go within, to go deep. And the more you do it, the more you want to do it, because there is growth that continues to unfold from it. And you're also gaining some kind of understanding about how to build, what to build, whatever this is that you are. Let's see, it's something that's being born out of your determination to be positive. And it's like you're tapping into some kind of energy, some kind of stream of energy that is, the more you lean in, the more you open up to ideas and concepts and maybe, even energies, like feeling passionate about doing something here. And there is like I said, there's going to be some kind of attention you're going to get from this, or even just in the process of building, you're already gaining some kind of, people are intrigued, they're interested, you're getting some kind of whatever this good news is, and you're bringing good news to those around you, even to the world, right? And then we have I haven't been calling out the numbers. Maybe I'll do that in a little bit if I remember. We've got protection, set personal boundaries. You're learning to set healthy boundaries through this growth, through leaning into this this positive attitude and taking action from that. You're recognizing how important it is to maintain your personal peace bubble, and you're that a part of this is allowing you to go deep, because we have phenomenon here. Be still and listen to the spirits. Going deep is allowing you to tap into that quiet, that deep quiet voice within you, which is your direct line to the universe. And you're getting downloads, you're getting information about what and how to build. And then we have sacrifice. What can you let go of? And so as you build, it's a very intentional progression. You're understanding that you can't bring everything or everyone with you. There's a need to let go of things that don't serve anymore, that aren't going to be a part. It's like it's like weak links or building blocks that don't actually have the support you need. It's understanding that in order to build something solid and long lasting, you have to do a certain amount of there needs to be a certain amount of discernment and letting go of whatever isn't a part of the bigger plan. And this will happen. This will have. It's very common where as you shift, your whole attitude, your whole being, your whole countenance changes. Your energetic frequency is changing, it's increasing, and your connection to things will naturally start to fall away. And this can be painful at times, especially when it involves people you really care about. But you're on a particular trajectory that not everybody is in line with, that not everybody understands, or is even interested in. And that's okay. That's their path that they're on. Everyone does things in their own time. And this is you understanding that setting boundaries is you being discerning about what you keep in your life that is going to be supportive, that is going to allow you to maintain this peaceful and positive attitude and energy, right? Okay, so then we have the rebel. Love this guy. This is the Emperor, Aries energy. And I love this. I love this image because he's carrying the torch, right? He's got his own light. He's kicking off chains here. And then he's got this big bird that's coming in. And what came next is transformation. what's really notable here is this figure is in one of the right hands is holding a broken chain. So it's like you kicking off whatever held you down, held you back. Also, this guy has wings, and this bird coming in often reminds me of, like, you know, a reminder from spirit, for example, from the universe. Like, hey, you have the ability to fly. Now that you're not chained down anymore, you have gained some kind of freedom. And so with this transformation, I was also looking at how, you know, we have the phoenix rising here, and this bird could represent the phoenix rising from the ashes, from, you know, like finally being set free, finally letting, essentially burning away everything to start new, to start fresh. But what it is it speaks to, it's like burning away all the extra stuff that's unnecessary or has been building up so that you can get to the core of who you are, what's important to you. We have all kinds of symbols in this one, where there's, you know, this figure is holding a sword, cutting away what doesn't serve anymore. We have a yin yang, finding the balance with how you show up. We have the lotus flower here, which is, you know, it's that spiritual practice. It's that spiritual connection that you have with, we'll say, the universe. There's a snake, which for me is all about shedding the old skin, emerging new and fresh and bigger and better. And there's something about, okay, so this figure is touching this face, like the mouth of this face, and there's something about a transformation in how you speak, understanding that your words have a lot of power, a lot of weight. They carry a lot of weight. And so you are intentionally changing how you speak, because that is a reflection of, or that is an extension of this determination to be positive and to see things from a more positive perspective. And then we have, you know, from this transformation, from kicking off the chains, being able to rise and gain your freedom, you are, I talked about sharing, right? Yeah, because the message, let this message of hope inspire you to keep going and lend your support to others. And so with the sharing, it's like you're sharing this new way of being. It's like you're having this awakening of, it's like once you come to this understanding of, oh, I want to intentionally show up in this new way, then you want to share that with the people around you. That's a part of you being able to support others, showing them that there's another way to look at things, and that we have, okay, so both of these figures are carrying their own light. It's like you are bringing your light into situations, and there's a generosity of spirit here. Maybe you are literally sharing your resources, your time, your energy, your love with others in a way you never have before. Because you're just feeling so good, and it's like you're learning how to fill yourself. You're learning how to give to yourself. And this is then, it's naturally kind of extending into giving to others, or being extended to others. And what's so interesting is after this sharing card, and then this was also what I was talking about, where as you share with others, then they naturally want to share with you. You're going to notice there's much more of an equal exchange between you and others, that people will be drawn to you and want to give you gifts. There's going to be something like this. And then we have slowing down, right? Slowing down. This is the page of rainbows, page of pentacles. And I think this is it can speak to this peaceful feeling that you are determined to embody, or determined to experience on a regular basis. Because the thing is, that's a part of the transformation, is you're recognizing that your experience here on this planet, in the body that you are in, all the things that have added up to you being you, it's all it was all necessary. It all was supposed to happen in the way that it happened. I know some people don't agree with fate or destiny, and that's fine. But what I say is, it was meant to happen because it did happen. So, whatever. You're here where you are, where you're at. And so there's this slowing down of, oh, look at that. We have the turtle twice. Slowing down to smell the flowers, smell the roses, right? Going to places that feel peaceful and calm. Also, this tortoise is going toward the water, toward the emotions. It's the full spectrum of emotions, because the water is kind of rainbow colored here. And taking things slow and steady, and persevere to achieve your goals and reap rewards. So as you are expanding and gaining your freedom, you're also becoming more intentional about what you build, how you show up, who you share with, and how you share yourself and your light. This is savoring. This is savoring your food. It's funny, for whatever reason, this makes me think of in French culture, they food and making food and eating food is a huge part of their daily life, and they spend a long time eating what they have prepared, and it's a whole like ritual almost. And they take time to savor each bite, and it's so interesting, because you look at people in the French culture, and overall, even though they eat a lot of rich foods, you don't see a lot of obesity. And I think a huge part of that is because they really take their time to, as they're savoring their food, it helps, digestion. Like, digestion happens, it starts in the mouth. And so by taking their time, they're not overeating, they are focused on putting really good energy into their food. There's, a lot of things like this. And so I feel like this concept, this is something that you are intuitively using this idea to move forward in this new way in your life. So then we have the High Priestess, Archangel Haniel. Listen to your intuition. have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. And that careful consideration is a part of the learning how to discern what's supporting you and helping you to move forward versus what's holding you back and what's outdated. Or yeah, it's just not for you anymore. There aren't any blocks that can help you build. And listening to your intuition, like I said, you're doing this deep dive and you are learning how to commune with yourself, better to say with the universe, through your intuition. And so there's some kind of spiritual awakening, spiritual transformation that is happening, that is causing you to have some kind of physical glow up, because we have the Queen of Fire here. She's often my glow up character, also with the Rebel here. Recognizing like you have so much power, and this is you bossing up and having the ability to spread those wings. Maybe you just didn't even realize that you had wings in the first place, but you're like, oh, now I'm embodying my true form, right? And flexing that patience muscle with being determined to slow down and like knowing, everything's going to come to you in the right time. There's no rush on anything, there's no rush on anything. You're allowing yourself the space and the grace to build and grow and kind of, you're gradually navigating something that's brand new, but by being intentional about it, you're really savoring the process. And so then we have, I mentioned Aries energy. This is the Death card in other decks. This is Scorpio energy. We have fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Here we have, for me, the High Priestess, for me as a reader, is all water signs, Cancer and Scorpio and Pisces. So, and then we have the Emperor again, Aries. Organization, Archangel Michael, organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. Structure and discipline, slow and steady, and persevere to achieve your goals. Yeah. You are both of and you have the Emperor twice. Like, you are really taking control of your life and yourself. And you are using logic to move forward, to figure out your next steps. You are becoming very disciplined. Maybe you haven't been so much in the past, or you're taking it to the next level. But it's because you have this this concept of a new attitude. I've got a new attitude. Who sings that? Isn't that the Eurythmics? Anyway, yeah, you're stepping into this leadership role naturally, because it's like, leading by example. You want to share your revelations with others. And then we have the Magician, Archangel Raziel. This is Gemini and Virgo. You are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. You have the resources or the ability to manifest those resources. And and you are using that magic, that inherent magic that you are uncovering. That's a part of this transformation, recognizing your own divinity, and with that, there's a certain amount of magic that is allowing you to that's a part of the foundation. That's a part of the building blocks that you're using to create that foundation. So having more and more positive, more and more of a positive outlook, you're able to tap into the magic that has always been there, and now you're more open to it. And I'm looking at this obedience and adventure here. It's like you're understanding that because everything happens in the right time, and there's no rush, you're giving yourself the space to follow the directions, the directives that are coming to you from the universe, through your intuition, from others around you who are sharing with you, because it's not just sharing physical things, it's sharing ideas and energy and love, right? And so the obedience is like knowing, like really paying attention to when you feel the drive to take action and move versus when you feel like you need to just take some time and go deep and it's not time for action. And that's a part of the balance, you know, with the yin yang here. You're creating this, like I said, peace bubble. And yet you're so interested and curious about moving forward and seeing what you can create, seeing what life has to offer. It's all part of the magic, or there is magic infused into all of this. So I'm just wondering if I want to pull any more cards. Let me get some cards from the Gateway of Light activation. Just leave that. We have the Anunnaki Light Codes. Energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. Yep, exactly. This is a complete energetic overhaul. It's a big shift. And you have new information that you have access to that's coming in now because of this. You're closing out a cycle and you're starting something new. That's a part of what this building is all about. The Temple of Truth, throat chakra, authenticity, self-expression. Yes, that's what's happening here. Your self-expression, it's like you're learning how to express yourself in a new way. You could also be finding yourself able to express yourself when you couldn't before. You know, having learned to silence yourself for self-protection or whatever. And you are stepping into this authentic way of being that is based in the positive. So it's not you being like, well, I'm authentically an a-hole, so I'm gonna show up that way. Like this is you really being like, oh, this feels really good. This is more in line with who I maybe have always known myself to be, or who I've always wanted to be, and now you're creating that reality through a new way of expressing yourself, or expressing yourself at all. And Stargate heart chakra opening, unlocking, and generosity. Yeah, see, you're unlocking this generosity. this desire to serve and to help others. And it is being well received because you're opening your heart. Your heart is opening naturally. It's a natural progression. And it's also, there's the part about being able and willing to receive the gifts from others. You may have struggled with that before. For some people, it's easy enough to give, no problem, but receiving, that's much tougher. And I feel like you're getting into that place of like saying thank you, compliments, whatever comes to you, and being like, wow, like I really appreciate this. Stopping and giving all of your attention to that person, to whatever they have given you. I think I'm going to end it there. This is amazing. This is such a beautiful reading. I really love how this all kind of just unfolded. And I very well might be doing more readings like this. This is really, really cool. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah.